The plan is to space them about a foot apart, so not too far, because they're a pointy cabbage rather than a large, wide, spreading cabbage. So I'm just going to space them out along there like that. And you could squeeze them a little tighter, but that just gives them room to make that lovely sort of heart shape. And then when we plant them, we want to plant them up to the first leaf, otherwise they're going to flop around. So I'm going to plant them just a little bit deeper than they were in the pot. So it's just a case of taking out a hole with the trowel. If they're in smaller plugs, then obviously you don't need to dig such a big hole. So nice and moist, pop that in, hold it into place, backfill round it, and then the important thing is give it a good firm. We want that to be standing upright on its own when we've planted it. So I'm just going to get these in and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with them. These are really tasty to pigeons and they will come down here and devour them overnight. So if you've got some netting to put over them, that's great, or even fleece, just to help them establish. Butterflies aren't a problem, obviously, at this time of the year. They've all gone. It is the birds that will be the problem. What I'm going to use are these cloches, and these will just give them that little bit of protection, not only from the birds, but just to stop them blowing around until they've settled in. I won't leave them on necessarily all winter, it's just to get them established, and then I'll take them off and put some netting over them probably through the winter. But just for now, because they've been planted out and I want them to get their roots down, I'm just going to put these cloches on. But if you haven't got cloches, don't worry. As I say, a bit of netting or fleece to keep the birds off is more than adequate. And then they're just going to sit there over the winter. As I mentioned, they don't make a lot of growth, a little bit, but it's the root that's going to be growing in the ground, and that root that establishes is important for next spring to get them growing. So fingers crossed, next April we can look forward to some really tasty fresh greens from the garden.